Hey guys, YouTube 100 here. Alright, and yeah, with it being Thanksgiving tomorrow, yeah, for the last couple of years I have made Thanksgiving reviews for Thanksgiving, just talking about a couple Thanksgiving specials. Yeah. And so I figured since I've done them the last couple of years, I would do another one this year. Yeah, and I figured I would do it the night before Thanksgiving. Yeah, because tomorrow on for Thanksgiving, it's just gonna be kind of like a busy day, and I don't know if I'm really gonna be able to have a chance to make this review tomorrow. So I figured I would just do it tonight. Yeah, and so for this Thanksgiving review, I decided that I would review the Kenan and Kel Thanksgiving episode, Turkey Day. So yeah, so for the past few years on Thanksgiving, I've just been watching this episode on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I've just been looking for been watching various Thanksgiving specials every year. I've watched the Full House Thanksgiving special basically every year I reviewed last year. And I've seen some other Thanksgiving specials. Yeah, and this is one that I really have just been just put on each Thanksgiving, and for the last few years. Yeah, so I figured since I do watch it every Thanksgiving now, I figured that I would make a review for it. So this is a pretty funny episode of Kenan and Kel. Yeah, if you watch Kenan and Kel, this is basically the traditional Kenan and Kel formula. How like there's they have a plan for like something to happen, but then Kel of course messes it up, and so then yeah, Kenan and Kel really do have to fix it, but then it they just end up making matters worse, and it just gets worse and worse as the episode progresses. And that is basically what is the formula for this episode, because yeah, in this episode, it's Thanksgiving, of course, and Keenan's dad has made a turkey that he really has worked several hours on to really make it perfect. But then, yeah, then when Keenan's parents have to go out to visit a sick relative, as they leave Keenan and Kel in charge of setting the table, Kel really just ends up um, yeah, he just eats the turkey and just ends up devouring it clean off the bone, and so then as a result of Kel eating the turkey, it really is up to Keenan to really try to replace it, and he doesn't have a lot of time to do it because his family is coming over for Thanksgiving, and yeah, and they really are just in a very bad position where they have to replace the turkey, and they try various there's some things to try to replace the turkey, but each one ends up going wrong. And yeah, like I said, it really just gets worse and worse as the episode progresses, and yeah, they just really make matters worse for themselves. Yeah, and that is basically, like I said, that is really how each episode of Kenan and Kel really worked. And they would just get themselves into trouble in basically every episode, and whenever they would try to fix it, it just ended up getting worse for them as the episode progressed. Yeah, but yeah, I do find this to be a pretty funny episode of the show, because despite the fact that it really is just something very simple, they have to replace a turkey, just all the hijinks that ensues, it really does make for some good laughs. And just seeing how stupid these two can really be, it really just makes it real funny. Just Kel is really looked at to be the idiot in the show, but even then Kenan is kind of an idiot too, because some of the stuff that he does, it is just extremely stupid, and he's really the one that really does cause situations to really get worse. Yeah, so despite the fact that Kel is really looked at as the idiot of the show and Kenan the quote unquote smart one, Kenan's really not all that much brighter. Yeah. But yeah, but I did find this to be a pretty funny episode. I mean, like I said, I've been watching this for Thanksgiving every year now for the last 4 or 5 years, and yeah, it really is just a good laugh for Thanksgiving. Yeah, so I don't know, how many of you have seen this episode. I mean, if you're a Kenan and Kel fan, chances are that you have seen it. And yeah, I did review the Christmas special a few years ago, and that was really good. And yeah, and this is a pretty good episode too. I mean, it just is really funny to just see just something simple go so wrong. Yeah, yeah, and it just really did show like how much of a pain in these two really were in the show. Yeah, yeah. So I just really don't know what else I can really say about it. It is just like a really funny episode, and yeah, and it is really like if you're like looking for a laugh on Thanksgiving, something that is just like extremely funny and not something that is necessarily like a serious matter or something like for more humor. It's not something like a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving or the Miracle of Thanksgiving episode of Full House, where like they are like more serious. Well, not really serious, but they aren't really like as humorous as this one is. How they really do like a with the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, like that's really just like it's not really like humorous. It really is just like something as simple as just Charlie Brown like needing to make like a Thanksgiving feast for Peppermint Patty and her friends. And then, like, when he gets shamed for it, like, Peppermint Patty realizes that it was really her fault for pinning it on Charlie Brown. So it's not really anything, like, that humorous. Like, it is, like, kind of like something that really is just very simple, but doesn't really have humor to it. And then in the Miracle of Thanksgiving episode of Full House that I reviewed last year, like, like that wasn't really like humorous. I mean, there were like a couple of funny moments in it, but it really was like something that was like kind of like had more like heart, and it was more heartfelt with like it being like the girls' first Thanksgiving without their mom, and just yeah, seeing how like their like cooking the turkey end up going wrong, but they do realize like what Thanksgiving is really about, and even like what happens like with Jesse really missing Pam. Like they do like treat like there are like more heartfelt moments in it than it is humorous, but here like it really is just like played like for basically all for laughs. Yeah, so this really isn't just about really like anything about like people like realizing like the importance of Thanksgiving, what it's really about, or anything like that. It's just like they need to replace a turkey, and it just gets worse for them as the episode progresses. So yeah, so like I said, if you are looking for like something like more humorous to watch for a Thanksgiving special, this is definitely one that would be a good one to check out. All right, so yeah, so I guess I'll just go through the premise of this episode. Yeah. So as the episode opens, like with the opening from Kenan and Kel, like it was like Kel like eating a peanut butter sandwich, and like as he's talking, like it's just like very muffled because like the peanut butter is like sticking to his mouth, and like Kenan has just told Kel to get rid of the sandwich, and Kel ended up like throwing it towards the camera, and the peanut butter end stuck to the camera, and then when Kel tried to get it off, he just ended up smearing the peanut butter across the lens. Yeah. Yeah. But then, yeah, then Keenan just told Kel that he may want to save his appetite for the show. Yeah. And then, yeah, then when the episode, like, actually began, it shows how, it is the Thanksgiving, of course, and as I said, Keenan's dad was just making a turkey, and he just really did not want anyone to even to touch it or do anything to it because he just wanted it, like, just perfect for Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, and he said like how he'd been working on it for just several hours now, and it was finally ready, and he didn't want anybody to touch it or even like breathe on it or anything like that. He wanted it absolutely perfect for Thanksgiving. Then Keenan's parents then had to go to visit Keenan's aunt who's in the hospital, and just told Keenan to finish setting the table for Thanksgiving, and just told Keenan that like the family would be over soon, like Keenan's relatives who were like his grandma Molly, his uncle Raymond, and Aunt Gertie, and yeah, Keenan like it showed that Keenan like just didn't want to see his Aunt Gertie because yeah, he told Kel that his Aunt Gertie has a mustache. Yeah, yeah. And so then, as Keenan and Kel were then just finishing setting the table, like it showed how Kel was just like very tempted and just mesmerized by the turkey, and then Kel like just then like took a piece of the turkey and ate it, and it was just like so good for Kel that as like Keenan just sent him back to get more stuff to set the table with, Kel just like continued to peck at it, and then it eventually led to like Kel then um, just like completely going after the turkey and devouring it. Yeah. And then yeah, then as Keenan was like still setting the table in the dining room, then like Keenan and Kyra then like could hear noises from the kitchen, and then yeah, Kenan then like eventually like realized what it was, and then they saw that Kel had like completely devoured the turkey clean off the bone. Yeah, and so at that point, then Kenan just knew like they were in trouble at that point, since they didn't have a turkey. Yeah, and so then, yeah, Kenan and Kel then like just were trying to figure out ways on how they could fix it so they could like get the turkey again. Yeah, and then as Kenan's grandma Molly, Uncle Raymond, and Gertie then arrived, like Kenan just sent Kyra to just keep them busy in the living room while Kenan and Kel like tried to figure out a way to fix the turkey situation. Yeah, and yeah, then like it showed that Kenan's Uncle Raymond was played by uh, Whitman Mayo or Mayo, on however that's pronounced. Yeah, interesting to see him in here because yeah, he did like make appearances in some like 80s and 90s sitcoms. I remember like there was the adoption, a two-parter Strokes, where he did play that guy Jethro Simpson, who was like posing like pretending to be like Willis and Arnold's cousin in order to like be in control of their inheritance. Yeah, and then he was also like in that episode of Full House where he was like DJ's adopted grandparent Eddie Johnson. So yeah, so I did like see him in like some other sitcoms. So interesting seeing him here. Yeah, and yeah, and he was like and Uncle Raymond. He was like very impatient, like just really wanting turkey and just like not really being in the best mood. Yeah. Yeah. Then yeah, it just showed how Keen and Kel were just like trying to like get like doing like several things to try to like fix their turkey situation. First, like they tried to like put turkey meat back on the bones by like using like just lunch meat turkey slices. I says yeah. They even like tried to like put it in a processor and put that on the bones, which just that was gross. Yeah, and then yeah, then Kenan and Kel then like tried to order turkey to be delivered, but then that ended up being bogus too when when it was shown when the turkeys were delivered that they were actually live turkeys. Yeah, and then yeah, then Kenan and Kel then went to go get a turkey at Rigby's, but yeah, but they of course like didn't have time to really cook it, so Keenan like just tried to like do a desperate measure by like putting the turkey in the microwave, and then actually sticking it like while it was in the microwave into the oven, and then yeah, then then it just like caused a big explosion and just made a huge mess in the turkey for the turkey and in the kitchen. Yeah, yeah. And then yeah, then it led to Keenan and Kel then going to the restaurant where Chris was taking his mother for Thanksgiving, and when they went, then they just ended up stealing Chris's turkey and taking that home. Yeah, and then yeah, then when they finally got the turkey home, when they finally like thought that their situation was finally fixed, as Kel went for an orange soda, of course. As he was opening the bottle, then the bottle cap ended up just springing like right into the hole of the turkey. And then, as Kel tried to get the cap out of the turkey, as he reached into it, like it was like hot inside of the turkey, of course, and Kel's hand like just got stuck. And then Kel then just like went like absolutely crazy because it was just so hot. He just was like you just like running all over the kitchen, knocking over like dishes and like all the other Thanksgiving stuff that was on the kitchen table, just going absolutely crazy. And eventually like ran to the living room, was just like running all over the place, and eventually then as like it was all like going on, then Keena's parents then and came back home, and as they were just like standing right beside the door, like just like seeing what was going on, then Keenan was eventually able to pull the turkey off of Kel's hand, but the turkey went flying and then just hit Keenan's dad right in the head, knocking him out. Yeah. Then finally, then right after that, then just Keenan and Kel then just like made a run for it. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, then Yeah, then we had the closing of the episode, how just Keenan just saying like how much they messed up and just everything they ruined, and that he was grounded until like Thanksgiving. But Keenan also like said that like he thought of something when the turkey was stuck to Kel's hand, and then he had the idea of like having using like turkey as boxing gloves on hands, and just saying how whenever you spar, you can then eat the turkeys. Yeah. Yeah, and then Keenan then just went off telling Kel, "Let's find somebody to turkey box." Yeah, yeah, and then of course then Kel then was just like calling for Keenan, saying that he didn't like the idea, and then eventually it just Kel then just ended it with here it goes, and ran off. Yeah, so like I said, this doesn't really like tackle any like subject for Thanksgiving, like anything to like tell people like what the true meaning of Thanksgiving is about or anything. Yeah, it just is like something very simple, and it goes wrong, and just hijinks ensues, and it just gets worse and worse as the episode progresses, and it is pretty funny to see. Yeah. So like I so yeah, as I said, like if you are looking for like a Thanksgiving special with like a more humorous approach than like than like the serious ones, or like ones that really do tackle like more serious matters, such as like the Full House Thanksgiving special. Yeah, this is definitely a good one to check out. So yeah, so if you do like Ian and Kill, then yeah, you'll probably get a lot of enjoyment out of this episode. All right. So that is really the best way I can put it. Like if you're a fan of Keen and Kill and you just want like a more humorous Thanksgiving special, then yeah, this is the Thanksgiving special for you probably. All right. So I guess this is all I can really say about it. So I guess this is it for my review of the Keen and Kill Turkey Day episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. So yeah, thanks for watching and happy Thanksgiving to everybody tomorrow. All right. So thanks for watching and I'll see you guys later.